Hey, mom and dad, happy anniversary. So, today, for your anniversary, or tonight, whenever you decide to do this, you're going to be creating a painting together. You're gonna be making two paintings that join together as one joined image. All right? So, um, each of you has your paints and your little trays, and you're going to separate them. So, dad, you're going to be using your tray like this. It's gonna have white, yellow, black, red, and brown. Okay? And mom, your tray is gonna have white, yellow, black, green, blue, and purple. Okay? Because the mother always gets more. Just kidding. Alright. So you're gonna start with either one of you or both of you can get a big brush, the biggest one that you can find, and we're gonna go with white. When you're painting with, these are acrylic paints, so you have to dip your brush in the water first and wipe off the excess 4, 5, 6 times so that it's not so wet, and then you go into the paint. All right, fill your brush up about this much, about halfway. And start by painting a white circle in the middle. About the size of a plate, a dessert plate. You might need to use up all the white at once. Try to keep it nice and smooth. Since it's a circle, go in a circular motion. And make sure you cover the canvas with your white. Okay. So now you have your white circle. Make sure it's a circle and not an oval. Okay, so now that you have your white circle, you're going to wash off that brush, get yourself a medium brush, right? Not so, a little bit smaller than the last one. And wet it up again, wipe off the extra water. And you're gonna go into the yellow, okay?
He's thinking. The artist thinks.
Yes. All right, so you're gonna make a yellow circle that goes around the white, okay? Around both sides.
Jesus.
Oops. Now the reason why you want to leave the white paint wet still, you can do this while the white paint is still wet so that it can get a little bit blended. So you can have some blending in the middle. Okay? So a yellow circle that goes on both sides. If you want to take turns, somebody do their half circle and the other one do the other half and join, you can, or just have one person do this circle. Okay, now at this point, mom, you're gonna take a break while your yellow dries and you can take a sip of your wine or water, whatever you want to drink for your paint night date. Oh, you should be drinking your wine. Okay, and then dad, get your same brush that you did with the yellow, and you're gonna use some red. And you're gonna make a half circle that is just around the edge. Leave a little space in between that one and the yellow. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then keep going till you get a little bit closer. About there. Then wash off your brush and go back to the yellow again while the red is still wet, and you're gonna paint over that so that the yellow and the red mix and create an orange color. And you can get close so that it touches some of that yellow. And get to the edge of the canvas, just don't cross over onto the other side.
Onto mom's side.
Onto mom's side. And you can keep overlapping if you want to. You only have a thin layer of yellow, but this one is supposed to be orange here. Okay, so it should look like that right now. All right, now wash off the orange off of your brush. Make this orange a little bit more.
I think it looks great.
Okay.
Are you're making like the rainbow colors on the?
Mm-hmm.
It looks wonderful.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so now just some straight red. You know what? Get a bigger brush because you're gonna fill all of the rest of this area with red. So get the bigger brush, get your red, and you're gonna fill the rest with red. Try to keep going in a circular motion too, rather than up and down, so that it keeps the same flow of the picture, because it's supposed to look like a flowing circle. Oops, painted the easel. Careful right here. Bottom. We need some more red. Get some more red.
Well, there's nothing out there, Robin. It's okay.
And go all the way to the edge.
And you guys have a thicker canvas, so they can paint the edges too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The edges of their
Right.
canvas.
On yours, you can go on along the sides, so that when you hang it up, it doesn't just show white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you have all of the edges painted, you keep the red on your brush and just barely dip a little bit of black on it, just like the edge of it. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna make these edges dark, and it's gonna blend the black and the red. So, oops, oh, that was too much. That's okay. You just blend it to the edge. It just wants to make dark corners.
A little less than that, but it's still gonna look great.
Right. And if that happens, you just add a little more red on your brush and you don't have to wipe off the black.
You can also wipe it off at this point, right? If you wanted to, just a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
No, Batman. No, Batman. No, Batman. Oh boy. Say hi. Say happy anniversary. Such a good listener. You are such a good listener. Not a toy. It's not a toy.
Okay. So, at this point, Dad, it's your turn to drink wine. Okay? Your side is gonna dry for a little bit. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so now, Mom, your turn. You are going to use your big brush, okay, the same one that you use for the yellow. Okay, make sure nice and clean. And you're gonna get yellow on your brush again and extend this yellow just a little bit because now it was dry, so you need to have some wet yellow on there. Okay,
So you can blend it.
so you can blend it, exactly. Okay, you see how it's a little bit thicker? And then, while your brush still has yellow on it, get a little bit of green, just a tiny bit of green, because we're gonna make like a yellow-green section here. And just follow the curve of the circle. And it doesn't matter if you paint on top of the yellow too, because it's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to blend at like a different color. All right, and then once you have the yellowish green, you can get a little more green on your brush so that you can make a green stripe that's about that thickness. Okay. And you can always go back if you don't see like the three colors, like the yellow, green, and the green. You can wash off your brush and go back with yellow on top so that you blend a little bit and get the transition. Okay, that's good. Now, after the green, you're going to get purple. Get your purple. Same size brush, wash it off, get it clean. And you're gonna make a big purple section. It's okay if it touches the green a little bit. The whole point is for some of this to blend.
You don't want any white spots.
Exactly.
theme of 2020.
Cuidado. Okay. Big purple section. You can actually go all, let's say, to, you see this halfway mark? Like that's half of your canvas. That's where your purple should stop. Sorry.
So we taped our canvas together
Right.
for the video for you guys, but you guys are getting 2 easels and you can be doing your work separately. Just remember to go all the way to the edges. That way when you join it together, when you hang it, there won't be any white areas in the middle.
Right. Okay. So then after you get your purple, your last color that you're going to do is blue. Okay, you can still leave some of the purple on your brush too, because whatever it ran out at, you can just keep it on there and get blue all the way to the edge. You might need a little bit of water.
Okay, I'll get you some.
Oh, thank you. Blue all the way to the edge. Thank you. I'm adding just a little bit of water to the brush because if it's too thick, then it won't spread and blend. So don't let it be too dry. Alright, so once you have the blue all the way to the edge, you can keep your brush with the blue on it, add a tiny bit of water, and blend it with the purple so that everything starts to go together. And if it looks too blue, you can dip back in the purple and go back over the purple along the edge of the blue line too, so that they blend together. Okay, and then like right here where there's green and purple, I want it to look a little bit more blended, so I can just wash off the brush. And get the green on it again and just push it so that it blends the two together too. You see? You have that blend. You can go up and down with the brush. Not too much because you don't want it to look muddy, but just along the edge, so the two overlap a little.
Your brush might be a little too wet.
I'm going back with some purple again to see where it came off, and it's white.
That happens sometimes if the brush is too wet, so like with water.
So, all right,
That looks good, babe.
that'll do, pig.
You have a little, yeah, you have a little white spot right there in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. See if you missed anything.
A little
Touch
blue in the
whatever up.
corner on
Yeah, I
the-
just saw that
Yeah.
blue up here.
Say hi to Valentine. Still
All the
trying to take his
cooperative
collar
pets.
off.
All right, so this is what you should be with right now. All right, Dad.
Valentine,
Right now
stop,
you should be
please.
good and rested. So actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. Who's gonna do
Valentine.
this part? All right. The next part is you're going to make. You're gonna get a brush, one of these brushes that's like in between, not too thin, not too thick. If it's pointy, it's better, just to help you like have more control, like a pencil. And we're gonna be creating a heart for both sides, a half and the other half, with a little trunk, kind of like a tree. But the heart is not gonna connect. All right. Now some of this paint is still a little bit wet, so just be careful when you get to certain parts, or you can kind of paint around that. But we'll see. Let's see. So get a little water on your brush, wipe off that extra, and let's go into the black paint. All right. Now for the trunk, you're gonna start at the bottom, clearly. Go straight up on both sides, like that. And then let's see, get this to look heart-like. I'm right-handed, so
are
for me, I have to go like this. Start from the top, come out into the purple, and come down to the trunk. Okay. And then the left side.
The left side is more dry than the right, right?
Mm-hmm. It's okay if it looks a little sketchy right now. We can fix it. All right. So there's your rough heart. Now you can be a little more careful. And the top is going to be thinner. It'll get a little bit thicker in the middle and then connect right here, down here. So let's start from here. So this is as thin as you want the top to be. So you can start here, get a little bit more thick, a little bit thicker there. Okay, and down here where you just have that opening, you can just make like a V shape so that it connects the trunk. All right, and then carefully we can fill in the rest of this black. All right, all the way down and fill in the trunk. And now we'll head over to the other side. See how here is kind of already pointed? Okay, go, let this be a little thicker. Aaron.
Oh no. 1 second, please. You fell on the floor.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so remember this is both of you painting, so you can switch off and get the other side and make sure your hearts kind of match up. And let's connect this to the one we made. Don't worry if the edges right now are not perfectly straight, because we're gonna do something to them afterward or later on. Okay, so now you should have
A beautiful
something that
heart tree.
resembles a heart-shaped tree. Okay, and now you can have some fun with both of you working at the same time. You're gonna add little branches to the tree. Now, a branch, to add a branch is really simple. You start with a skinny line, all right? However you want to shape it, and you can use the thin brush again. And then from there, you go on the branch, and you either go up in one direction, and you can go down in another direction. Okay, so from this branch you can even add another one that goes out, and then another one that goes up in that direction. So that's how you make the different branches. So add one there, we can add one down here. You see, you start with a line, then you add just another line, and you can add one over here and here. Okay, let's add one to the top. Oops. There's no mistakes in art, only happy accidents, right?
It looks good though.
Here. All right. Now don't worry if it looks a little Halloween-y right now. It's gonna look nice later. Okay. Let's add to this branch that's coming inside. Let's add another little one and another one. Okay. And on your left side, I don't know what yours looks like, but you can be doing the same thing.
At the same time as Dad, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Just in a
that's
different
Dad's
direction,
side, so at
yeah.
the same time as Mom.
All right. Let's add another branch over here. You see, so it's one long line, and then it's always a shorter line coming off of it. Right, so let's do one here. Do a long line. And that first one should be thinner, and then you do short lines coming off of it. Okay. Let's see. And let's add to yours that's coming inside too. You can come into the little white section also. Okay. And that's that, unless you want to add one more. Let's add another one down here. Now, if you have been paying attention, there's actually 38 branches for your 38 years of marriage. No, I'm just kidding, but possibly you can do that. Okay?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Including the mini ones, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the little ones. All right, so now you have all your branches. Are there?
I don't know, I'm counting them now because you made me curious. One, this counts as 2 right
Yeah,
here?
that's 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wait. So it's
Yeah.
the main one,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 on here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3, 4, 5, yeah. 6, 6, right?
7, 8, 9.
Well, no, because
6.
isn't this the main one?
Yeah, that's 6.
So that's 6, and then that's
7.
7. 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No.
Yeah.
17, 18, 19, yeah. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, or 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
Oh.
37, 38, 39, 40. You did two too many. You gotta
man.
erase 2 of them now.
So
You gotta
close.
erase 2 of them.
Wow.
Wait, is it 38?
It's 38.
And I counted 39. You only have to erase 1 of them.
Now I lost count.
No, it's 39, so you only have to erase 1 of them.
Alright, so then don't make sure you make 40. No, when that's not 40.
38.
19 and 19, right?
Oh,
you make
yeah,
19
there
on
you
your
go,
side.
19.
You make
That's
19 on your
right.
side. So
That's
count when
nice.
you're making your branches.
Oh, what a great
You should
idea,
have
babe.
thought about that before we started this. But
Well, you're
okay.
only one short, erase 1. Get the dark purple real
No,
quick.
no, I mean when they're doing it, because
Oh.
they're making their own.
You're right, you're right.
All right. So we're almost done. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? Give me 1 second. Forgot that we actually needed 2 branches on the inside. Okay. So starting right about here on this edge of the circle, we need a branch of the heart that starts there and kind of points up as it reaches the middle of the canvas. Okay. And another similar style one over here.
So 2 going up toward each other?
Okay. Now from this, you know, it can be a small branch here, another small one here. It can extend up. You can have a little something on this side. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay. Let's bring this one a little bit closer. Alright, so now you have these 2 branches that are reaching towards each other. Alright?
So now you're way past 38 branches.
Yeah, we're past it now. It's okay. That's the goal, right? To pass the number.
That's right.
Is on one branch, well, you're both going to be drawing, painting birds on these branches, okay? You can do a rough sketch with the paintbrush and then fill it in later because we're using black. And this is kind of like a silhouette, so it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect right away, okay? So we're gonna start on mom's side, since we're starting over here. And we start with a small circle. Okay.
Is it gonna be the same for Dad, so he can also be doing it, or is his different?
His is gonna be slightly different. So you know, I'll go over here with Dad's.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
you can also do a small circle. Okay, and then from that circle you're gonna create like an oval shaped body that can extend onto the branch or past it if you want. Okay, Dad's most likely will. You see how that happened? Okay, and then for Mom, you're gonna add like a up, like a triangle shape,
The feathery tail.
feathery tail. And fill in the rest of the bird. You can fix up the head if it's got a little distorted. All right, and then for Dad, you fill it in, and for your tail, you're going to
An upside down V, kind of.
yeah, like an upside down V, like that. If you can tell.
Like two little feet, kind of.
Yeesh. Okay, that'll work. All right, and then to finish it off, you add a triangle.
Fix Dad's head.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this like this to make the beak. It should look more like this. It's skinny. Oh no.
It's fine.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Little assistance from Jessica. All right, and so there are the two lovebirds. Now, your final step is, like any relationship, you don't want a bunch of dead branches. It has to bloom, right? You gotta bloom. So what you're gonna do is, now is your time to join together again, right? Because only Dad has the red paint. We both have some white, so get some red.
Oh, you know what, babe, too? Sorry to interrupt you. These were at the end here. They were like a little closer together, like almost touching. They're little branches.
Okay. There we go.
Sort of my best.
No,
what
that's
I
good.
could do.
I like it. So you're gonna get some red. Oh, I did too much red, actually.
White? White?
You should actually start with white, and you should have a white section that's almost empty. You know, put some red in there so that it makes a pink, a very light pink. Okay? If it's, you see, like this is just still a little bit too dark, so you can add some more white to it. It should almost be like white that's pale, looking like pink, right?
Zoom it up a little more to the camera.
Okay. And each of you should get this color on your brush. And, oh, we're almost done without this too. And you're going to be adding little blooms to each of these branches. Now, to make a flower bloom, you basically are making 3 to 4 little circles. All right? So, we'll put this brush. So you can do this. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, like that. You see? Almost like a 4-leaf clover. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can add 5.
Like a little flower.
Mm-hmm.
Little tiny flower.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Some of the branches, if they're small, you can just add 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty, babe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you
Oh, I
press
like
down
that
your brush
spongy
and it
look, too.
makes that look, you can do that too.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Whatever you prefer. And just add little blooms to all of the ends of the branches. Oops, careful. All that. Inside here too. Oh, I forgot.
That's gonna
about
be
that
fun.
step.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was just looking how they did it, and it was really cool.
So all the ends of the little branches,
Including the ones on the inside.
including the inside ones. Make sure you add your little blooms for all the little joys throughout the year. All right, did I get them all? I think so. All right. Next step, and I forgot to tell you, if it's going too fast, at any point you can always feel free to pause the video.
That's
and
why
then
we're on
start again.
YouTube.
Exactly. All right. Is wash off your brush. You can use that same thin one that you've been using, and forgot we had a little brown, so we're just gonna add some highlights. You can just get some brown on your brush, and you can dip a tiny bit of black in there too, so that it has a blend. And you just add just small lines, like following the curve
The inside of the black.
of the
part.
black of the tree trunk.
Oh my goodness, the phone keeps falling down.
And that's it, just a little bit. Okay. All right. Now.
That little black spot you have.
Oh no.
It's okay.
That's my
Just
finger.
go over with white. Can't see your beautiful face, babe, because I zoomed in on the painting, okay? Just so you
It's
know.
okay.
Because this part is the part that they're gonna need to see up close.
All right. So, for the final step,
Show them up the camera when you're doing the watering with the white, because it's not on camera, okay?
okay. Just fixing up any places where my hand touched and messed up the blue. All right. So for your final step, I think it fell.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm sorry.
You're gonna get any size brush, and both of you can do this at the same time too. Okay? And you're gonna dip it in the
Can't
water.
see. The water. There you go. Thank you.
Dip it in the water, and remember, you can wipe off the excess. It shouldn't be too wet, Okay, I usually do it 5 times. Like I dip it and I wipe it off. 3, 4, 5, like that. And you get a little white paint on your brush. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. Let's see how this works. Hold on.
She did it wetting it up on a tray. She did watery white.
Okay,
Like
so
she used an empty tray hole, or she took the white and she really wet it up and then dipped it.
okay, so you got white on your brush. Then dip it in the water again. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your finger, and you're gonna pull back the bristles so that it kind of flicks white paint like that onto the edges, along the edges of the painting. Another method is you can get 2 paintbrushes and you can click like that, but I think this way gives you a little more control. Down to the bottom.
So one more time, you dip the white, you dip your paintbrush in the white and then you dip it in the water? Is that what you did?
Mm-hmm. So that you have watery white, and you just add these little flecks to the outside wherever you want them to, but mostly around the edge. And then you're done.
You sign your name at the bottom.
Sign your name on both sides.
And the date.
Exactly. Happy anniversary. I hope you enjoyed this little painting lesson with us. I hope your paintings come out beautiful. I can't wait to see them. And I hope you have a fun time doing it.
And we included 2 nails in the kit, so Dad, you better nail it as soon as it's dry, okay?
That's right. Hang it up. Love you guys.
Love
Happy
you.
anniversary.
Bye.